before I go too far with other things, let me show you something about Kuji Kari. Here again, Kari is the K-I-R, which is the 299. If you add the other I, you got 27999, which is the opposite of 666. But K-I-R is again that 20 numbered word. You know this. It is very important. This is an excellent book, published in 81. It's not published anymore, but you can download it. That's called upload it, because it's not about down, it's about up. You can upload this thing on your computer free. All you have to do is punch in Secrets of the Ninja on Google or ASHIDA Kim. That's A-S-H-I-D-A-K-I-M. A white boy who was taught by an Easterner. And I feel that it's the best book I've ever found. I'm wanting all ninjas, all Shaolin, anybody that does their own Kujikari to actually download this and get in touch with me. However, phone number or whatever, so that we could talk about this. And or maybe you have other books. I am very interested in this subject. I have been for years. I do this stuff. It would tell you. I'm just going to have to go briefly here because it takes so long to do, you know. To try, you're not going to be able to read this stuff anyway. Meditation for inner strength. Get a little closer so you can at least see some of it. But this would take almost my whole 10 minutes. Physical preparation. How to warm up. How to warm up your kidneys. Breathing exercises. Oh my gosh. They have some really difficult breathing exercises here, but read this. That a direct relation exists between the breath and the heart rates must be obvious. You understand that? It always has been that way. You should know this. You should know this as a kid. Your children should be taught this. If you start teaching your kids at 4 and 5 years old how to do this, by the time they're in junior high, they'll be breaking every friggin' track record that ever existed. They'll be doing things far above what anybody else has been doing. Don't you guys want to get better? Don't you want to evolve? And why I'm doing this is I'm wanting these ninjutsu guys, these ninjas and the Shaolin, to tell me whether this guy's, you know, whether that is the first kanji. And see what they do is they do breathing exercises. You put your hand like that and you draw this ideogram, and you're closing your eyes, you're breathing a certain way, you concentrate on that so you have a focal point, so you can control your mind, your breath, your heart rate, everything. Basically, this will get you into meditation more than anything. You do these exercises and you will learn how to meditate deeper, longer, stronger, and all those things. You will develop your chi, your ki. You see, the Japanese call it ki, K-I, but they spell it wrong. It's supposed to be K-I-I. That's the 299. That's the 20. It's supposed to be 666. Did you know that the main measurement in the pyramid is 6.66? The number of the beast. Beast, interpreted, broken the right way, says to you, be a saint. That's how it's spelled. Be a saint. Beast. If you're a beast, you need to be a saint because you got a problem. You see? Guy. And all have different hand forms. Oh, and I got some forms that other ninjas I don't think have. You know, ninjas can't tell you everything. And right at the very first, you know, it says you can't learn everything at once. You can't, you know, these breathing exercises will take, some of them will take you years to do, people. They aren't that easy. But you will understand after you start doing it. The fourth center of power in the body is located at the site of the navel. You know, this is a very excellent book for all peoples of all walks of life. If you would do this, adhere to it, start it when you were young and everything, not only would you be more powerful, you'd be more psychic. You would be able to tell body language better. You'd be able to tell when somebody was lying to you, deceiving you, cheating you, ripping you off. You would know this. You would be above them. You would know who was going to go in the bank and rob it. You feel it. You see their aura. You would know that their aura is black. That they were undeserving. But you all don't want to know, do you? Oh, brothers and sisters, listen up. Listen up, listen up. I speak no foul word. I speak the truth. You know I speak the truth. And this is what I need to do, is prove to you that I am the truth before I come to you, before I tell you what I know. Because there is so much BS out there, so much BS that it is hard. You are not developed spiritually or physically to know exactly what the truth is. Of course, who are we to say exactly what the truth is? We know our truth. We analyze our truth. We never take options off the table. Never take your options off the table. You may not use them, but you don't throw them away. For sometime in the future you would see, oh, remember? Where is that stuff? We need to look at that stuff one more time. Oh, yes. We need to look at that stuff one more time. So you all can upload this. But I thought I'd show it to you. I've got the 10 minutes to play with it a little bit. This book also tells you about Demak, the Chinese word for the mark. It will teach you how to kill people with one finger. It will show you the pressure points. The 9th kanji. Oh, this is interesting in itself. The 9th center of power is the aura of the body. On this fall equinox 2002, I was up on top of a mountain on a platform. The mist was rolling by and the sun was rising. It was already about 9 o'clock. And I looked over at these trees that my shadow was being cast upon. And there, to my amazement, was the rainbow. A complete circle surrounded me from the tips of my fingers down below my knees. When I acted like I was flying, when I raised my hands as high as I could above my head and brought them down in the circle, they were in the rainbow, many colors. And for 15 minutes it drifted in and out, never leaving, but getting stronger or lighter depending on how the fog was going by. And here I watched my silhouette and did my Tai Chi in the beams of the sun that was rising. The 22nd day of September 2002, 6 years to the day, 6 years to the day that I stopped the assassination of the 14th Dalai Lama in Washington, D.C. at a house owned by Vietnam that they turned into a temple. I can prove that if I could talk to the 14th Dalai Lama. He would tell you that he had an incident that day and that he had to grab his prayer beads and shuffle back to the car. But what he didn't see was the man just down the row of people that was pulling a gun out of his jacket pocket. And because the 14th Dalai Lama decided right at that particular second that he had to grab his beads and shuffle back to his limousine with his head bowed, the man took a step towards him but was so far away and glanced over his shoulders and saw that the cops are starting to look his way that he stepped back. No one will let me talk to the 14th Dalai Lama. No one will give me credit for knowing what went on. They cheat me, and I will show you other people who cheat me because they don't know the truth. They don't know my word. This one will probably take me 3 vids to go through, but oh, this is such a travesty. This is such a travesty here, people, when you come and you watch all 3 of these videos and understand what I say and believe what I say. Some women may even shed a tear. Shed a tear. They may even cry. I assure you, some women, if they believe what I say, will cry. But yet I don't think the news media or anybody will get this, to whom I hope. See this sending confirmed, May the 26th. These numbers, phone numbers, are to senators and representatives. Senator Kennedy, Senator Kerry, Martha, and Patrick Kennedy. I tried to go through Kerry earlier. No way. I tried to go through Teddy Kennedy. No way. You see the date on that. 26th of May, 2006. This was the second fax. And this was the third fax. Because they lied to me and said they didn't get it. I have proof of them lying. I know Negotiate Poll lied to me several times. The manager of the office of Teddy Kennedy. And I claim that Teddy Kennedy met me September of 1966 with his brother Bobby, at the request of somebody very special to them, very, very special to them. I'm claiming right now, before I even go through this, if they had let me talk to Teddy Kennedy, I would have proven to him that he was sick and that he needed my help. I would have proven to him. I have witnesses, friends, that tell you that my main concern on planet Earth is to help the people stop diseases before they start. I have a substance, and there's all kinds of information written about it by holistic doctors, proof, documentation that this substance, cesium, which was created by the one Father in heaven, cures cancer. Totally. I even have a little piece of paper here that I typed way back in 2002, but you know, it's a typed letter. You could say I typed it yesterday. You know, you could call me a liar and say, oh man, that guy, he could be conning us, he could be cheating us. You are correct. I could be cheating you. But why would I tell you, why would I try to educate you of things that I believe in and that I believe has great truth to it, and then con you? I don't understand that. Surely you're not that stupid. Surely you would not abuse me that way. Would you? A 100% cure rate. You saw. Now you can get this booklet out of a place called Ministry Minerals. Their phone number is 888-818-5580. You can buy cesium there also. When you buy something from them, they'll send you everything they have. Maybe it's a little expensive, maybe it isn't. Look at this. Other doctors and even patients on their own have used cesium. And look at what it says there. Spectacular results, including at least one case of massive primary liver cancer. Now when they use chemotherapy, radiation, and destroy the tumor, and they have done it in Spector. Interesting that Spector and Kennedy got the same thing in the same hemisphere. Oh yeah, you all need to see how big Kennedy's were compared to Spector, and then extrapolate and see whether they came down with it at the same time. There are shenanigans going on planet Earth, people. Shenanigans. So you saw that. And here is the bottle, cesium salts. Now, here is the simplest thing to see how well you are. pH papers. If I had been able to see Teddy Kennedy over 2 years ago, now the first day I went up there was August the 9th, 2005. I've got witnesses to it. Melody Miller was working then. I was told she was press secretary. I found out that she may be something else. I dropped 2 phone calls to her and left her messages and was going to get in touch with her. And then sometime in the fall, she just left. She was gone. So I had to go through it all again. So April the 17th, the 45th anniversary, that's 2006, the 45th anniversary. 45 in numerology is Holy Bible. Holy's 24, Bible was 21, 45. On the 45th anniversary of the Bay of Pigs, I had gone to that office and left all these documentation and this and that. They say they lost it. One guy, I put it in a manila envelope, seal it and everything to give it to the manager and everything. It disappeared. At least that's what they said. I think they didn't like what I had to put on there. Whatever. But if I had seen Teddy Kennedy, one of the first things I had done is brought this out, proved to him that anybody that's sick is below 6'0". And anybody below 5'5" has got a degenerative disease. Anybody in the 6'5", 7 range or 7'0" is very alkaline. They're very healthy. They have no degenerative disease. Degenerative disease. No degenerative disease, because these diseases cannot live in an alkaline substance. Salt is it. The right salt. The salt you all been using is bogus. It kills you. But sea salt is good for you. And cesium, used the proper way, will cure you of all degenerative diseases. It's as simple as that, people. This stuff you could probably get for about $50 for 100 capsules. Yeah, it might cost you $500 over a couple months period to actually get rid of all your degenerative diseases, but on the right care of a doctor, you will get rid of it. You will become healthy. You will not have to pay the doctor. You will not have to go to the hospital. You will be much more active. You won't come down with Alzheimer's later and stuff like that. All you do is take this in the morning when you wake up, a saliva test. Don't drink anything, don't eat anything, and take it. And you will know what your body pH level is at that particular time. Now what? You don't think that I was going to talk to Teddy Kennedy about that? You know, he was starting to look real well. After his pneumonia about 4 or 5 years ago, he started looking real good. And then all of a sudden he started looking bad. And I knew he had some sort of problem. Remember, he was in the hospital for pneumonia, so hopefully the doctors were wise enough to know that he didn't have anything then. I don't know. But after they get rid of his cancer through chemotherapy, radiation, he needs, and Spectre needs to be on it right now. A diet of cesium with Spectre will help him live longer. And I'm saying if you can actually deliver this like a muscle ointment, if you can find the right substance to combine cesium with to make a salve. You see, blue emu, the reason they got emu, they found out actually delivers all that stuff much deeper into your muscles and everything. You should be able, this is nothing but a salt. You should be able to combine it with something, and maybe even combine it to saturate the whole brain area to actually kill every tendril in your brain. It's the same thing with John Edwards' wife. The doctors are telling her and Kennedy and Spectre, oh, you got it, we can never get rid of it. That is a wrong psychology, people. You got to believe in Jesus Christ. He'll cure you if you're the right person, but Jesus Christ wants you to know that we have the intelligence and the ability to cure ourselves. And we should never think that if we have a disease that the doctor says we can't get rid of, that we should just cast that doctor away from us. That is negative. It is not positive. Sure, it says, well, I don't want to be positive because I don't want to give you false hope. There is no false hope. Hope is hope. And for somebody to tell you you can't do something, people, I'm a person that can do. Do you understand that? I can do. I'm not into this, oh, I can't do that, I can't do that. I might not be able to do something with enough practice, enough time, enough patience, enough intelligence, enough wisdom. I can do it. Damn near anything. Jesus Christ extols thee about this. Extols thee about this.